When dealing with our daily emotions that we all face, there can be positive outcomes we control. Is living abundantly really possible for all of us, no matter where we find ourselves today? Absolutely, unequivocally, yes, is the answer. Now, here is the host of The Long Bearded Guy, the Chief Catalyst, Strategist Guide at Jewel International, Gordon D. Melville.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to The Long Bearded Guy with Gordon D. Melville. That's me on Inspired Choices Network, and welcome to Red Fridays. I've got my red vest, RED, Red Fridays. Remember, everyone deployed. So they're willing to stand on a wall, take a bullet. They're willing to stand in the fray for us, and we need to be able to respect that. And I want to make sure that I show love. So welcome to the day. I am excited that you're here. We have a lot to cover today. So we're going to talk today about SMART goals. Probably or not so much. And I know that's going to fly right in the face of popular ideas and popular thought at the moment. I know people love, I got to have SMART goals. I need SMART goals. And I'm not saying don't have SMART goals. I'm saying I'm going to tweak it and pivot it just a little bit to make it more in alignment with who we are, right? We set these goals as, it's going to be wonderful, wonderful. And then we hear all these different things. We have people telling, we got to 10X them, or we got to 5X them, or we got to do, and it confuses us, quite frankly. And so we won't, you know what? I need some definitive stuff to go, hey, what does a SMART goal look like, first of all? And secondly, how does that work? And how do I connect it to make sure that it's achievable, right? Why would I set a goal unless I wanted to make sure I get there? So we want to make sure that that's there. And I'm going to teach you some ways to do that. But if you don't have a journal, you got 30 seconds. If you don't have something to write on and write with, you've got about 30 seconds to get it. So go get it. You're going to want to have it here. Welcome to everybody today. Thank you for being here. I know there's people listening from literally all over the world. There's people at work. There's people at home. There's people in their cars. If you're in your car, it'd be hard to write. But you know what? Listen to it again. Catch it in the replay. So I've got my special mug. I don't want to spill myself here. And I am drinking tea, not coffee. I don't know if you can catch that, but I don't think I need any more coffee for today. I'm a little bit amped already. But if you know me, by the way, thank you so much for being here. I can't do this without you. I can't do it without an audience. I could do it without an audience, but there's no point to that. So I appreciate that you're here, please. And I'm excited to have you find us on, or find me on, and everybody, because there's some really good hosts on this network. If you plug into Inspired Choices Network, if you go, it's a free download. Go download the app wherever you would do your downloads. The Inspired Choices Network. If you want to watch, you can watch this. It's streaming on 4 different platforms at the moment, and it will be on more than 450 platforms globally within the next 24 hours. You can plug in all over the place. So plug in, bring your friends, refer it, like, love, share, subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to do that. Find the other people on the hosts on the network. There's some incredible hosts on this network. So don't just listen to me, listen to them too. But find them, and you can find us all once you get there. iHeartRadio, Google TV, Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, iHeartRadio, like, we're all over the Spotify. We can plug into us wherever you find us. We try to make it as you find us as easily as you can. We want it to be easy for you to find us. So look for that. All right. So for those of you that don't know me, thank you. Welcome back. For those of you that don't know me, I'm on a mission to change the life of every man I meet, typically by raising their EQ. What's EQ? Well, if you don't know, you need to plug in and listen to some of my other episodes. But EQ is emotional quotient. People talk about emotional intelligence. It's not really an intelligence, but that's a different show. So, but we want to raise their emotional quotient. When our emotional quotient goes up, everything gets better. We become better human beings, but become better husbands and fathers and mothers, and everything goes up. We a better boss, better entrepreneurs. Everything gets better in our life if we can understand and plug into and raise our emotional quotient. So I'm the founder and CEO at Jewel International. I'm a legacy and resiliency strategist. I'm a champion performance catalyst for a pro basketball team. I'm an international best-selling author multiple times, #1 best-selling author. I work with elite entrepreneurs and elite pro athletes. That's my avatar. But you know what? If you're here, thank you for being here, because all this information will work exactly the same for everybody. But I focus primarily on pro athletes and entrepreneurial men. But thank you for being here. I'm excited to have you here. So let's get into this. SMART goals are not so much. SMART goals, maybe not quite so much. They need a little bit of a pivot. We need to, some of it's perfect, some of it is great. But what's a traditional SMART goal? What does that mean? It doesn't just mean it's brilliant. It doesn't just mean it's, it's a a great idea, or it's a good, that's not what, not that that's not right, because it is, but a SMART is an acronym, SMART, and traditionally, SMART goals are, the S is specific, right? The S is specific. The M is measurable. The A is attainable or achievable. The R is realistic or relevant. And the T is timely or time bound. That is a traditional SMART goal. That's the way the acronym works. Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Okay, and I'm gonna throw some stuff at you today. I want you to pick up, and you know what? I've said before, I don't have all the answers, but I'm here to rattle your chain and shake your cage and go, hey, you know what? If you're happy where you are, great. You're probably not listening to me. But if you want to move forward, if you want leveling up, you need to do something different. You need to figure some other things out. And so having really good SMART goals that make sense, that you can get to, that are achievable, and I'm going to be very careful with that word. You want to be able to realize what the goal is. You don't set the goal not to get there. All right. Why would we even set goals? How come? There's a bunch of reasons. It provides us a sense of direction. Obviously, it gives us a North Star. It gives us something to push towards. It gives us some inspiration and motivation. So again, I talk about motivation, inspiration. I can't motivate you. I can inspire you. You have to motivate you. So if you're trying to motivate people, that's not a motivational speaker is kind of a misnomer. It's an inspirational speaker. Give you the inspiration to motivate yourself. That's the idea. Provide a clear focus. Goals, SMART goals, goals in general, but SMART goals will give us a clear focus. Where am I headed? Where am I going? It'll provide us a target to aim for, right? If a plane leaves Toronto and tries to get to LA, it's going to be off course most of the time. Autopilot will keep it on course, but I have to have a target. I can't just say, hey, I'm going to fly south and west and hope I hit LA, right? I have to have a target, and it's going to clarify the importance. So in clarifying the importance of what the goal is, right? If I'm going to set the goal, then I need to make sure that it's something that's in alignment with who I am. It's part of, I have to have emotional attachment to it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There has to be an emotional piece to that. Well, how do I do that? So clarifying importance. Why is that important to me? Why do I want that goal? And we're going to talk a little bit more about that in another segment today. But the pieces around this are, I want to understand, and I want to redefine for you what the pieces are. So some of them I agree with, and they're wonderful, right? Some of them are part of that acronym. Actually, most of that acronym is absolutely correct. But I think there's two pieces of that acronym that are not correct. There's two pieces of that acronym that everybody just assumes and adheres to. Yep, that's right. And I want to challenge that a little bit today. Actually, that's not true. I'm going to challenge it a lot today. I want it to be, because most people say, oh, God, I set goals, I never get them. Or if I set them too high, I get disappointed because I don't get there. And oh, what did I do that for? Now I feel bad. There's some ways to do that and to feel that. And again, I'm not here to be right. I'm here to give you what I'm doing and what I've learned over 35 years of doing personal development. I've read 5 to 7 books a month for 35 years. I picked up a lot of information. I'm certified in a bunch of different disciplines. And so all of those things together gives me an idea. So I'm just sharing those ideas with you. You do what you want with them. If you adhere to it or you pick that up and if it helps you, that's great. That's great. It has helped thousands and tens of thousands of other people. So if it's something that can work for you or that you like the idea of, you know what? If you're going to hear something today that you go, oh, Gord, you're full of poop. That's not right. I don't like it. A lot of times what's happening is it's triggering you, right? You're having a visceral reaction to what the information is because something inside you goes, I don't think that's right. Don't just throw it out. I read stuff now that I know based on what the back of the book says, I am not going to agree with it. I know I don't. But why would I read it? Lots of people won't read that then, right? Lots of people go, no, I'm not reading it. I look by the back of the book. I don't agree with this. But what it does is round out my perspective. It gives me some ideas and it challenges. And quite frankly, it pushes me back towards challenging. Why do I believe what I believe? I'm hoping that resonates. It also gives me an idea. Sometimes I hear something and I go, oh, you know what? That doesn't overhaul my whole view or my whole opinion, but what it will do is give me a more well-rounded idea. And maybe I pivot just a little bit in my thought process because I want to make sure I'm growing, right? It's perpetual, intentional forward progress. And I have to be able to continue to push and push and push for me. So and again, I'm just sharing what I'm learning. And I just want to challenge you. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Don't throw out the message because that's crap. I don't like that. One of the things I used to love about, and I had this conversation with a client this week. I used something I used to love about Grant Cardone. I spent 7 years with him. And when you go to his workshop back then, obviously that's before he was who he is now. But back then, people would come out of his workshop one of two ways. There was no middle ground with him. You either came out going, oh my, he's the biggest schmuck that's out. That's complete horse crappery. Or you came out going, wow, that was awesome. There was no middle ground. You either loved him or hated him. It polarized everybody. The information polarized everybody. And so what I'm saying is this information today may polarize. You may look at it and go, oh, that's not right. I have to have my SMART goals. I have to have them just the way they're laid out. What I'm telling you is there's a reason we don't hit them most often. There's a reason, fundamental reason built right into the verbiage. We're going to talk about it in the next segment, but there's some stuff built into it. We need to pivot our mindset a little bit. Pivot ourselves a little bit. Look at it with a different lens to be able to achieve it. Now, if you're going to set a goal, you might as well achieve them, right? You're going to go to the trouble of doing it. At least achieve it. At least have the tools you need. At least have a schedule and a plan that will get there. And I want to throw out, one of my mentors years ago said to me, Gord, if you have a plan to get it done, nobody has a plan to stop you. What? If I have a plan to get it done, nobody has a plan to stop me. I'll say it a third time because it's important. If I have a plan to get something done, if I have a goal, nobody has a plan to stop me from getting there. That means the only thing that can stop me is me. That should be empowering. The world can't stop you. Nobody can stop you. Only you can stop you. You want, it's going to, again, it goes back to the piece about clarifying importance. Do you want it or don't you? How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? How bad do you want to grow? How bad do you want to get that goal? How bad do you want to be on that next level? And it doesn't matter what it is. It could be financial, it could be social, it could be anything, literally anything. Set the goal, but have the importance. I need to take a quick break, but I want to do a quick shout out first for Jose Escobar, is the founder and CEO of the Entrepreneur's Bookshelf. Check out the Connected Leaders Academy membership to take your business to the next level. This is the perfect tribe to learn, grow, and connect like never before. The Connected Leaders Academy tribe brings together some of the highest level entrepreneurs from all over the world. literally 18 or 19 countries at the moment. Set up your virtual coffee with Jose Escobar today, and you can reach him at theentrepreneur'sbookshelf.com. Entrepreneurs with an S, entrepreneursbookshelf.com. And great guy, incredible group. So reach out to them. But as we go to a quick break here, please remember to pause and breathe. Pause and breathe. Why? It grounds you. It helps you settle with the information you're hearing. It also prepares you for what you're about to hear. And again, if you don't have a journal or something to write on or write with, please get it, because you're going to want to write this stuff down. We want to remember, but most people can only remember less than 10% of what they hear, even if they take good notes. So take good notes and then review them regularly to make it work. Pause and breathe as we go to this quick break. Don't go anywhere. We're going to talk about, we're going to go into deeper into what those 5 pieces of a SMART goal are. What are they? And what do I mean when I say, hey, some of them are a little bit off? I believe some of them are not as smart as we would like them to be. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Thank you for being with me. It's Gordon D. Melville, the long bearded guy on Inspired Choices Network.
How much of our daily success relies on our mindset? Anything we are unaware of can still impact our lives. When dealing with our daily emotions that we all face, there can be positive outcomes we control. Why is the word stigma such a BS misnomer? Is living abundantly really possible for all of us, no matter where we find ourselves today? Join the long-bearded guy, Gordon D. Melville. The Chief Catalyst Strategist Guide at Jewel International invites you to an enlightening, sometimes shocking discussion. He will be challenging you to explore your own answers to these questions and so many more. This will lead you towards living an abundant, successful life no matter how you define it. Gordon D. Melville is live Fridays at 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email become a host at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is the long-bearded guy with Gordon D. Melville. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com. You can also send an email to the long-bearded guy at gmail.com. Now back to the program.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you for sticking with me. Maybe you're with the long-bearded guy, Gordon D. Melville. That's me on Inspired Choices Network. Today we're talking about SMART goals. Maybe are not so much SMART goals. They're maybe not as brilliant as we would like them to be, and it's reflecting in the fact that we're not achieving them. It's reflecting in the fact we get frustrated with it because we can't get where we want to go. So we've talked about what's a traditional SMART goal: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. I want to give you some ideas in this next segment here. I want to dig into them a little bit. I want to look at them a little deeper. So, what is a specific goal? When we say specific, what are we talking about? How do I get to a specific goal? A specific goal, not, hey, I would like a bunch of money. That's not specific. I want, $1,323,000. That's more specific, way more specific. But I have to be specific. So there's the 5 Ys, or pardon me, the 5 Ws. The 5 Ws will give me what the specific goals are. So I want ask yourself, write these down because you won't remember. Who's involved in the goal? Will help it be specific. Who's involved? What do I want to be accomplished in this goal? Will help it be specific. Where is this goal to be achieved? Personal life, business, socially, financial. Where is the goal to be achieved? When do I want to achieve the goal? Will help it be specific. And why do I want to achieve the goal? How come? What's the purpose of it? because if you've listened to me at any length of time, you know I talk about goals being the final step. Goals are the easy part. It goes from vision, setting your vision for your life. Reverse engineer that to get my definite major purpose. What is that? That's the vehicle I'm using to get to my vision. And then reverse from the DMP, from the definite major purpose, reverse engineer, because the goals are just the little steps it takes to get to my definite major purpose. But they have to be in alignment. That will help with that. Why do you want to achieve it? What's the point? Does that get you closer to your vision? Because if it doesn't, don't do it. If it doesn't get you there, don't do it. Richard Branson talked about 3 goals for the year, and if it doesn't get him closer to that, it doesn't matter how good it is. It's no judgment on what the activity is. There's lots of great activities. It's not about the activity. It's about, does this get me forward or make me go forward, get me closer? I ask people all the time now I use it sometimes to weed people out, right? When someone's reaching out to me and, hey, I want to sell you my stuff. And sometimes I got time for that. Sometimes I don't. And there's ways to do that. Anyway, that's a different show. But I'll ask them, and I ask people in all seriousness, my friends, clients, I'll ask, what are you creating today that is bringing you closer to your definite major purpose? Lots of times people have no idea what did he just ask me? I have no idea what he just asked. They don't know what a definite major purpose is. Right. And what do you mean I can create? No. It is what it is. No, that's not true. It's not, it is what it is. We have the power to make it what we want it to be. Papa's given us that. And I call God Papa because of my relationship with him, but he's given us the power to do it. And we abdicate it. Why do you want to achieve that goal? Is it in alignment with who you be? I know that's baffed. Is it in alignment? Because if it's not in alignment with who you be, it doesn't matter. You're not going to achieve it anyway. So specific, the 5 W's. The second letter is M in SMART, is measurable. It's got to be measurable. How many or how much do you want? Specifically, how many of those dollars do not a, hey, I just want. That's not right. I want to release weight. That's wonderful. How much? But that's a question you're going to ask yourself. Measure how, if you can't measure it, things that get measured get done. Things that are important enough to measure, improve. How do you know if you've reached your goal if you don't have measurement? If you're not measuring it, how do you know you got there or that you're not there yet? What is your indicator of progress? How are you going to benchmark the progress going forward? Yes, I'm getting towards what I want to get to. How are you going to benchmark that? What gets measured gets better. All right. So I'm going to jump to the last one, is timely. There needs to be, do I have a deadline? You better. It better, because if you don't write it down, if there's no deadline, if you don't put a date on when you want it, then it's just a dream. That's not a goal. You have to have a deadline. I want to have this by the end of 2024. I want to have this. I want to bring in the next 2 weeks. That's a goal. That's a goal for me. In the next 2 weeks, by September 15th, I want to have I've got a place for 2 new one-on-one clients. So I've got 2 weeks. And so all my activity in the next 2 is pushed towards sourcing and onboarding 2 new clients. If you want to do one-on-one work, reach out to me. thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. I got 2 spots. Anyway, so timely. Do I have a deadline? Put a deadline on it. Otherwise, it's just a dream. Now, I want to come back quickly. The other 2 where the glitch is for me is attainable and realistic. As far as I'm concerned, that's those are, I don't want attainable. I don't want realistic. That does not light me up or inspire me. I wake up early and go, oh, I get to do something that's been done before, that I've done before, or that I know I can hit. That doesn't get my blood going. I don't want realistic. I don't want achievable. I don't want to know. Matter of fact, I want it a lot of times. If I don't laugh at it when holy crap, that scares me and excites me all at the same time. That's when I know. If I tell my goal to somebody, that I respect, and what if they don't laugh and go, holy crap, it's not big enough. If it doesn't light me up, it's not big enough. And people go, well, yeah, but that's not realistic. I don't want realistic. I want completely unrealistic. I want completely, and people go, oh, Gord, you can't do that. You can't do that. No, wait. I'm like, no, hold on. Just a second. So I'll give you a quick illustration. I have a client that was trying to release weight, not lose weight. Okay. Again, for those of you that I got to lose weight, no, it's only lost if it has an owner. And if you don't change the paradigm, the words we use, it's called spelling for a reason, because we're putting a spell on ourselves. We're putting a spell on other people when we talk. I want to lose weight. No, you do not. You want to release it. But if I say to myself, I want to release 100 pounds, that's a big, big number. And a lot of times I'm looking at it, go, oh, it's too big. It's too big. The number's too big. And it overwhelms me. And then I stop trying because I go, oh, I'll never hit that. I'll never get there. Well, that's not inspiring, right? That doesn't help me motivate myself, right? We talk about difference between inspiration and motivation. So I want to be able to, so what am I doing then? Don't look at it with the big number. Set a 10x goal. The problem is not that you 10x the goal. The problem is you didn't 10x the effort it takes to get there. That's part of the problem. And then we get disappointed with, oh man, you know what? I didn't hit the goal. It was too big. I'm going to set it more realistic next time. And that's not going to work either. So you don't hit the goal, right? I always use an illustration around, hey, if you set the goal for you want to hit 500 grand this year as an income, or you want to hit $100,000 this year as an income, and you miss it by 40% or 60%, which number do you want to miss? And the wins come. So I may not ever get to what that total amount is. And maybe I blow it right out of the water. I'll tell you this, I'm going to get farther than if I set it lower. I'll say that again. I'll get farther than if I set it low. Set it high, but break it into pieces. So using that weight release idea, instead of looking at the 100 pounds, what do I need to do every day to get there? Right? Because if I do what I'm supposed to do today, I drink the 4 liters or a gallon of water, and I exercise for half an hour, and I eat clean. And if I do that today, do I look different tomorrow? No, I'm going to look exactly the same tomorrow. And I go, you know what? I'm going to be really disciplined. I'm going to do it again. And I do it again for the second day. The third day, I look in the mirror. I look the same as I did on the first day. And I get frustrated. And then I stop. Why do New Year's resolutions only last till February 1st, and then most of them are gone? Why? Because we don't show up for ourselves, and we set these weird things that are so big, or they're realistic, and it still doesn't get us where we want to go. But setting the big goal is great. Set the big goal, but break it into how to eat an elephant, one bite at a time. Set your daily. What do I have to do every day? And then be under covenant with yourself to achieve that every day. Put your head down and do what that gives you a win every day. Did I do the things I was supposed to do today to get to the goal? Yes. Yes, I got what I need. I did what I was supposed. That's the win. Because I'm not going to see the difference in the mirror. Lots of times, a lot of our goals, we're not going to see it the next day. It takes some time. So having those built in, have the huge, big goal. Darren Hardy talks about BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals. So I want to change those two. And I need to take a quick break, but I'm going to change those for me. And you do what you want with it. I'm changing attainable and realistic to audacious and written. And I understand written is not spelled with an R, but so the teachers and my educator friend tell me, hey, it's the 3 R's: reading, writing, and arithmetic. Arithmetic is not spelled with an R either. But anyway, so I write written with a lowercase w and a capital R. Written, it's got to be written down. So it's specific, measurable, audacious, written, and timely. Because if I don't write it down, it's just a dream. I hope that resonates. Have audacious goals. Have massive, massive goals. That'll inspire you to get up and move. That'll encourage you, and you'll be able to motivate yourself with that. You'll get up why am I doing this at 5 o'clock in the morning? I don't want to do it. I'm doing it because I'm trying to get to that goal. And it inspires you to put your feet on the floor and get your butt moving. We need to have that. We need that. As human beings, we need to do that. And you know what? That's having a vision and goals and definite major purpose like that. That's what inspires people. Follow people with big vision. When was the last time you saw somebody, a sports person or anybody, go, hey, I've got a realistic goal. Well, I'm going to try and hit the playoffs this year. I'm like, what? If the quarterback says, hey, this is what we're going to do. The captain of the team says, hey, the goal is to do well this season. How is that going to inspire anybody on the team? No, it will not. What's the goal for the season, Cap? We're going to win it all. Yeah, we're going to win it all. That's the goal. That's the big, hairy, audacious goal. That way, that inspires people. That vision, that people will follow that. Have a BHAG goals. Have audacious, written, specific, measurable, time-bound goals. We're going to talk some more about this in the next. What's a benefit? How to set them up? How to follow through? How to make them really work. So we're going to talk about that in the next segment. I have to take another quick break. I apologize. Well, no, you know what? I don't apologize. Sorry, not sorry. I get passionate about this because I want people to understand this stuff is attainable. You can have what you want. You can get where you want, but you have to put the time and the work and the effort in. All right. Another quick break. Another shout out for Jose Escobar, who's the founder and CEO of the Entrepreneur's Bookshelf. Check out the Entrepreneur's Bookshelf to learn more about his morning and evening routine mastery program that is changing people's lives. That's not hyperbole. This program will help you install systems on the bookends of your day to maximize your morning and evening routine. Set up your free strategy session with Jose Escobar today. And again, you can reach him at theentrepreneursbookshelf.com. Great guy, incredible program. If you're not doing something on the beginning and the end of your day, you're fooling yourself. You're not maximizing your day. That's just the reality of it. You can like it, not like it. You can tell me I'm full of poop. That's great. But I'm telling you, if you don't have routines to set up your day and end your day, set up the next day, you're not getting it all. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. We're talking about SMART goals. Maybe not so much unless we identify them the right way and put in some other pieces. So we're talking about SMART goals. We're talking about how to implement that. Don't go anywhere. Pause and breathe. I'm going to do the same thing. Pause and breathe to ground ourselves and to let it percolate what we're hearing and to prep. So I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for being here. You're with the long-bearded guy, Gordon D. Melville, on Inspired Choices Network. I'll be right back.
How much of our daily success relies on our mindset? Anything we are unaware of can still impact our lives. When dealing with our daily emotions that we all face, there can be positive outcomes we control. Why is the word stigma such a BS misnomer? Is living abundantly really possible for all of us, no matter where we find ourselves today? Join the long-bearded guy, Gordon D. Melville. The Chief Catalyst Strategist Guide at Jewel International invites you to an enlightening, sometimes shocking discussion. He will be challenging you to explore your own answers to these questions and so many more. This will lead you towards living an abundant, successful life no matter how you define it. Gordon D. Melville is live Fridays at 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
The Connected Leaders Academy is the #1 fastest growing networking community for entrepreneurs. CLA assembles high-level leaders, titans of industry, and business owners under one roof. If you're an entrepreneur looking to grow personally, professionally, scale your influence, develop skills, and expand your network exponentially, the CLA is where you need to be. Want on to more podcasts and shows, speak on more stages, sell more books, products, and services, get more leads, referrals, acquire new clients, develop lifelong friendships, and more. Join the Connected Leaders Academy today. Contact Jose Escobar on Facebook or check out www.claglobalsummit.com for more information.
This is the Long Bearded Guy with Gordon D. Melville. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com. You can also send an email to thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. Now back to the program.
Hey everybody, welcome back. You're with the Long Bearded Guy, Gordon D. Melville on Inspired Choices Network. And today we're talking about SMART goals, or maybe not so smart. Maybe they're not quite what we want them to be. And there's a reason for that. So I want to reiterate them again. Okay. I want to reiterate them again. What's a SMART goal? Specific, measurable, audacious, written, and timely. Specific, measurable, audacious, written, and timely is a SMART goal. So in this quick segment, the time goes so quick, but we're going to talk about, so what's the benefit? Why would I rate them down? Well, like, why, what's the point of having a SMART goal? It's going to boost my motivation. I'm going to give these to you kind of shotgun. So if you're writing these down, you may have to go back and pause the video, watch it on a replay, and pause it and write them down. Boost your motivation. Improve your self-accountability. Sometimes we don't hold ourselves accountable. Oh, it's because of them. It's because of, you know what? Go back and watch last week's episode or 2 weeks ago's episode. It's about our self-ownership, extreme ownership, but I have to improve my self-accountability. Strengthen communication. Having goals, SMART goals, will strengthen our communication because we know exactly where we're going. We know exactly what we're talking about. It will help manage our resources. How do I budget my time, my money? If I don't have any goals, I'm just willy-nilly all over the place. It'll help manage our resources. Having SMART goals will increase our innovation because now we're trying to figure out, and again, it goes to the heart of what I was talking about in terms of audacious and written. It's so big. I don't know how I'm going to get there. I have no idea, but I don't have to know how. It's one of the power sentences I gave my sons. I don't have to know how. I just have to ask, believe, and receive. I don't have to know how. I have no idea how that's going to happen. But you know what? It's already out there in the fourth dimension. It's already out there in quantum. But not only the idea, if I was given the idea, then I was also given the tools to get the job done. And I may not know what those are yet, but I'll find out. And so the point is, it increases my innovation because now maybe I have to generate something else to be able to get the job done, to get the mission done, to get the goal achieved. Maybe I have to do something else. Now I'm thinking outside the box. Have you ever done that where you've left it something too long and now you're pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed? I do this with my bio sometimes and they go, no, you can only use this many words. And I'm like, crap. Well, what it does is force me into a space where I only have this many characters. So now I'm looking at how can I say that differently? How can I condense that? And the more I condense it, it's like cooking, right? Why do they condense sauces? Because the more condensed it is, the stronger the flavor, the better the flavor. But the same idea with my bio. As it gets condensed, it gets way more impactful. Why? Because the innovation of going, hey, I need to make it smaller. So maybe having SMART goals will increase my innovation. It will enhance my performance because I'm getting where I want to go. I'm forward pushing all the time with intention, forward pushing constantly. I'm grateful for where I'm at, but I'm not satisfied with where I'm at. And that's a very fine line. Jim Rohn used to talk about, it's a very fine line between being, because at the end of the day, if I'm satisfied, I'm probably not pushing, right? If I'm not content, I need to be able to push. And I want to throw Papa into this mix. For me, and whether you do it or not is entirely up to you. Entirely up to you. But people that are doing personal development at a high level understand there's something out there bigger than themselves. And I don't care how you identify. I call God Papa because of my relationship, but source, higher power, whatever, however you describe that. we all know it's there. And so that's a big piece of all of this. I don't want to leave him out. I don't want to leave that concept out of this equation. SMART goals need to be in alignment with who I am and who I'm being. The next question to my point is, who are you being? Do you understand your worth and your value? Because that's coming out of, for me, that's coming out of Papa. I get my worth and my value from him. I get who I'm being from him. And that allows me to be in alignment, in which case then I have flow. You want to talk about that some more? Let me know. Again, thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. And again, if you think I'm full of poop, tell me. I'm looking for engagement. We have hundreds of millions of reach across those 450 plus platforms. But I want engagement. Thousands and thousands of people watch or listen or plug in or tune in every week. That's wonderful. And I appreciate you being here. But engage me. Tell me, yes, I believe that. That's right. Or hey, that's helpful. Or no, that's not helpful. Or hey, you know what? You're just wrong. I'm a big boy. I've got thick skin. I spent 25 years in the automotive industry. I got thick skin. I won't collapse on a no or having somebody challenge my belief system. It perfect. No problem. I'm in. So it'll enhance my performance. Benefits, how to follow through, how to make SMART goals that work. So how to follow through on those goals. Write them down, review them every day. Share them with your coach and relevant people who care. Do not share your goals, big, hairy, audacious goals with people that are going to look at you and laugh. Don't ever put your big-minded goal and idea in front of a small-minded human. And I don't mean that to be insulting. I'm just saying, don't share it with people that have no drive and they're not looking to push forward. Don't share goals like that with them, because they're going to push back on you. They're going to try and hold you back. And it's not because they're being mean necessarily. They've given up. They're not looking to push anymore. And so they want you to stay with them. Misery likes company. And again, no shot at anybody. I'm not trying to be mean to anybody. So write them down, review them every day, share them with your coach. If you don't have a coach, you need a coach. You know what? You just do. Regularly evaluate the process. Celebrate your wins no matter the size. Progress is progress. Progress is progress. I'm going to jump back to what I was saying earlier about I have 2 spots open. My goal, my big, hairy, audacious goal is to put source, find, and put. So I've only got those 2 spots, and they will be full by the middle of September. If you want to go to another level, and it's not just one level, it's multiple levels. It's multiple levels. There's a reason elite athletes and pro athletes will reach out to me and talk. There's a reason that happens. And if you take that really high level, really high level disciplined approach to non-pro life, your life will go boom in a great way. The level of discipline that brings in is astronomical. It's not, I'm not interested. If you want to come to me and have me kick your butt, I'm out. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not what, if you're not already kicking your butt to get to me, you're kicking your own butt. Hey, I'm pushing. If those are the people I want, because those are the people that are pushing. Those are the people that understand, hey, I need to do something different. I look at them and go, are you getting, do you use your best mind to get to where you are? Did you use your best thought processes to get to where you are? And everybody's always said yes. I'm like, great. Are you where you want to be? Well, no. Great. Then you need to do something different. Definition of insanity, folks. We all know what it is. You have to pour something different. That's why I keep reading. I keep pouring. I keep pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring. This, if I can grab it quickly. No, I can't grab it quick. This is this week's stack. This week's stack, not this month's stack, not this year's stack, this week's stack. But are you pushing? Are you pouring good stuff in? You need to do something different with what you're doing. Reach out to me. Those spots will go really quick. thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. If you want to go up multiple levels, you want more out of your life, you want to achieve your goals, reach out to me. Reach out to me. I want you to. And I'm hoping and praying that you're picking up my heart, because I'm passionate about making sure I provide the information, the tools that are necessary to be able to move forward. Everybody can grow. Everybody can if they want to. And again, it sort of brings us back around. If you have a plan to grow, nobody's got a plan to stop you, right? If you've got a plan, no one's going to stop you. The question is, do you have a plan? Do you have a plan? Do you have a plan? Do you know who you be? Do you know your worth and value? Because if we understood that, we would show up completely different for ourselves. We would make choices completely different for ourselves. And don't tell me it's not enough. My pro athletes go, Gord, I don't have time. I don't have money. I'm like, no offense. What I just heard was, I don't want to. Because the things we really want to do, we find the time and the money to do it, no matter what it is. Good for us, not good for us. Gord, I can't buy a $40 book or a $35 book. It's too much. Really? Because you dropped $300 last weekend at the bar, partying and having fun. What's the priority? If you really want to grow, what's the priority? Reach out to me, thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. I'll help you push through. I'll help you get to where you want to go. There's a reason, again, pro athletes and elite people, entrepreneurs come and talk. There's a reason that happens. It doesn't stop by accident. All right. I have to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. We're going to do a quick wrap and a call to action, and we'll wrap up today. Please don't go anywhere. You're with the long bearded guy, Gordon D. Melville, on Inspired Choices Network. I'll be right back.
How much of our daily success relies on our mindset? Anything we are unaware of can still impact our lives. When dealing with our daily emotions that we all face, there can be positive outcomes we control. Why is the word stigma such a BS misnomer? Is living abundantly really possible for all of us, no matter where we find ourselves today? Join the long-bearded guy, Gordon D. Melville. The Chief Catalyst Strategist Guide at Jewel International invites you to an enlightening, sometimes shocking discussion. He will be challenging you to explore your own answers to these questions and so many more. This will lead you towards living an abundant, successful life no matter how you define it. Gordon D. Melville is live Fridays at 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
How wonderful would it be to carry your favorite Inspired Choices Network host with you throughout your day? Well, now you can. Inspired Choices Network now has its very own mobile app. Our free app offers live streaming shows, along with thousands of podcasts and TV episodes. Our shows cover a wide variety of topics. Whether you're waking up with us, carrying us through the day, and taking us to bed with you, we're always here for you to enjoy. We're easy to find. Just search for Inspired Choices Network in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
This is the Long-Bearded Guy with Gordon D. Melville. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. Now back to the program.
Hey everybody, welcome back. You're with the long-bearded guy, Gordon D. Melville on Inspired Choices Network, and I'm giggling because my wife, we've done how many of these shows? 87 of these. I'm now in my third season, and that's never happened before. My wife came in and gave me a kiss. I've been married to her for more than 32 years, and you know what? That very rarely happens. But she popped her head in, and I'm like, they can hear you, they can see you, and she goes, I don't care, and she kissed me. You know what? That's the goals around. I know who she's being. She knows her value and worth to me. We provide that for each other. I appreciate her more than you know. She's my She's my rock, and she holds the string standing on the ground to my kite. She lets me go and lets me float, lets me dream and do the things I want to do. And she holds on to my string so that I don't just float away. Anyway, thank you. Thank you. Love you lots. All right. So, we're sorry, where are we? I'm all discombobulated. Smart goals, maybe not so much. Maybe not so much. So we've talked about and have those goals that way. Specific, measurable, audacious, written, small W, big R, written and timely. Have smart goals. Make sure they're in alignment with who you are. There's emotional connection to them then. If there's no emotional connection to it, it's not happening. Goals will not happen. They will not materialize if there's no emotion connected to it. You ever notice that when you really want to get it done, it happens? Why is that? There's emotion connected to it, and you won't take no for an answer. And it becomes a must. I have to get this done. I will put those 2 new clients in before September 15th. I will. It's a must. I will do that. And once I get to a point where, and once you get to a point where those goals aren't just, you know what, it's cool. No, you know what? They're specific, they're measurable, they're audacious, they're big and get me going. They're written down, and I look at them all the time. Look at them constantly, daily, multiple times a day. Put pictures around myself. I've got, 3 up there, vision boards. Keep them close. Why? Because that's what it reminds you. This is what I'm working so hard for. This is what I'm pushing for. This is why I want smart goals. Written and timely. Put a date on it. September 15th, I will have 2 new one-to-one clients. I will have. So the call to action I want with you today, set 3 goals that you want to attain by the end of 2024. So you got, September, October, November, December. You got 4 months. 4 months. Set 3 goals you want to attain by the end of 2024 using my SMART goal criteria. 3 goals that are specific, measurable, audacious, written, and timely. Write them down and then share them with me. thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. You want personal accountability? Send them to me. Don't just, I have them in my head. It's okay, Gord. I got it. They're in my head. No. That's BS. Step up and push for yourself. It's not for me. It's for you. It's your life. You're trying to get to where you want to go. And I want to celebrate that. I want to celebrate that. Look what the people are doing. 3 goals you want to achieve by the end of 2024. Write them down and send them to me. thelongbeardedguy@gmail.com. I answer all my own emails. I will respond to you if you send it to me. And I'm not, I could beg. I'm not gonna beg. If you don't want to step up for you, then don't look anybody else in the face and expect them to step up for you. Why would they do that when you don't do it for yourself even? Let that sink in. I'll hold out a hand. I'm holding out a hand. Hey, I want to help. If you don't want to grab the hand, that's on you. The opportunity's there. The offer is there. You do with it what you will. Okay? Next week, almost out of time. Next week, Friday, September 6th. September, the kids are going back to school. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's at noon, same time, same place, same happy beard. You'll find me same passionate beard. You're going to find me next week. Next week, we're going to talk about this and pop in next week. Bring your friends, bring people with you. Recon your life, a deep dive into self-awareness. That'll link into what we talked about today. But this week, be courageous, be unapologetically you. You can, only person that can do that. Make it another great week. Live out you abundantly and with intention. I love you. Massive hugs. We'll see you next week. And the question is, who are you being? How are you showing up in the world? Who you be? Understand what your worth and value is.
Thank you for tuning into the Long Bearded Guy Show. You are appreciated and loved. Gordon D. Melville returns Fridays at 12 noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, and 9 a.m. Pacific on the InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. Until then, make it another great week, leading with love, powerfully designing, crafting, and living out your positively impactful legacy life you were created for. Big hugs.